welcome back to my garden. My name is San, and this is my garden, and I grow in the beautiful state of Michigan. I am in Zone 6, and I garden in a portion of my grandfather's backyard. And today I am going to take you along with me as I clean up and I do some maintenance on some of the vegetables and stuff in my garden. So if you want to follow along, come on with me. Okay, so the first order of business here is, let me put you guys down here so that you can see what I'm doing. I've got to get these potatoes staked up. These are my Yukon Gold potatoes, and they definitely need to be staked up. And what end of the stick is? Oh, right here. I never know which end of the stick to do. So I'm going to try and stake these up as best I can without breaking the stems or whatever is underneath. I don't know what to do with this thing. Okay, here we go. Maybe I'll just do it like this. Uh-oh. So I think I'm just going to do it like this. And I have some of these clips. I'm just going to clip them onto this pole right here. I'll do this one at a time. Yeah, there we go. I can do it like this. Make sure I... Oh, that'll fit. Okay. And let me do this one. And, uh-oh. I'll put this one down here. Okay, well, I did stake up some of them, but these right here, I might have to come back and get some, I might have to come back and get some string and then tie these up because the branches are bent. I guess that's the way they grew. So, but they're getting ready to flower. So I'm thinking the tubers are coming soon. But okay, that was the first task. Um, and now I'm going to take you over to my next task. Okay, so my next chore is to get these, uh, these right here, this right here, this, let's see, where's it? This right here, this right here. This is my squash plant. And this is blocking the pepper plant, which is down here. So I'm going to have to cut some of the squash so I can get to the peppers, so that the peppers can get some sunlight. So I am going to get in here, and first I'm going to put on these gloves because squash got prickers. And they itch and they hurt. So, okay. So I'm going to cut this pepper. Let me bring you down here. Let me bring you down so that you can see what I'm doing. You don't need to see my face. You just need to see the squash of what I'm doing. This one right here. Okay, this is what I'm cutting right here. Open up these. And I'm just going to cut it right here at the base. I'm going to take them out, put that over there, and then, oh, wait a minute. I'm not going to put that one down there. That one is fine. Oh, but this one is blocking. That one does have a squash on it, but it's still blocking. So you are going to have to go. And if you hear the background noise, my grandfather lives off of a busy street, and well, this is life. And this is what the summertime sounds like over here. I'm going to take one more leaf off right here. And now my pepper plant right here. This is my okra plant right here. I'm not going to cut that, but this is the pepper plant, and I have a pepper down here. I was so happy to see that, and I had some more growing down here too. This is called a sweet heat pepper, and these are straight neck squash. And then you see I have 2 more sunflowers that came out, and I think my pole beans are going to produce soon. So let's see, is that the only thing I gotta do over here? I think so. But I do have some squash. I'm gonna have some squash on Friday. Now I don't eat squash, but my mom does, and she loves it. So as long as she is here and she wants the squash, then I will give her the squash. I did not know there's a pepper plant back there. I didn't know that. Okay. Okay. Something gonna have to. Oh boy. I did not know there's a pepper plant back here. Underneath all these leaves right here. Let me take this one off. Here. And take that leaf off. There's a pepper plant right there. Pepper plant? Or is that just the beans? No, just the beans. Oh my goodness. I thought that was a pepper plant. That is just the green beans. I don't know a green bean from a pepper. Okay, there's a pepper plant right there. Here it is. Okay. Well, you can still get sun now too. Alrighty. Thought there was a pepper plant back there. But nope, it's just the green beans, and the green beans are starting to get more light. I'm going to leave some of these leaves on here just so that the squash does not get eaten up. But there has been, I'm sure it's a bunny rabbit, but there has been some creature coming and nibbling off my leaves. But anyway, okay, so that is the last thing I have to do on this side over here. And now I think we're going to go in there, over there, and tackle the tomatoes. Okay, so I'm not sure, this is a jungle right here. So I'm not sure where to even start with these, but I do have clusters coming in on this plant, and I do have some, I have a lot of flowers and stuff growing, but there are some that just can be cut off so that we can move on with life, because this is ridiculous. It really is. I'm just going to start cutting. Just so that it can get some air. Because ain't no sense in having a diseased plant if you don't have to. So I'm just going to cut the ones that I feel like cutting. And I'm just going to give off some of these leaves. Okay, so a little bit about me. I started gardening in 2023 on my balcony at my apartment. My apartment balcony is very small, so I did not have a very large garden, but I had one nonetheless. I felt God telling me to go ahead and start growing my own food, and so I did. And if you don't know this about me, I do believe in God. I do believe in Jesus. Okay, so back to the story. So God had told me to start growing my food, and I did. And so I started growing. I grew one tomato plant, one cucumber, and one okra. And I did good. And so then last year, I felt him telling me to expand. And the only way I could expand was to come over to here to my grandfather's house. And that meant I had to get permission from my grandfather and my mom to garden back here. And when I first started, I started over there in that little corner over there. If you saw the first video, then you would know. When I said this is the first part of the garden, that little row over there, that was the first part of the garden. These two beds right here did not come until this year, 2025. So 2024, I started and I had like 5 beds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, I had 5 beds and a couple of grow bags, and the harvest was wonderful. And then after last year, I felt that God told me to expand even more. So this year, I asked if I could expand out just a little bit more. And well, now I have a 15 foot by 25 foot area. And I have not used all of the back of the area. So next year, I can just expand back there without having to take up more of the yard. So that is my gardening story. I am just going on what God told me to do, and I am just going by his leading. And every time I go by his leading, he does the rest. I just follow him and he does the rest. And that is what it has been like throughout my whole journey with Jesus. You just follow him and he does the rest. You just obey what he's telling you to do and he does the rest. Okay. I think this tomato has suffered enough today. Oh, no, maybe not. Here. I see one more branch I could take off because you don't look like you'd want to be doing nothing anytime soon. Okay. Okay. I don't want to have any branches on the bottom either. Because last year, y'all, I had so many. I did 100 sweets. Last year, I had so many tomatoes. I was taking them to church. My mom has tomatoes on her balcony, so she didn't need any, but I was taking them to church. I was trying to give away all I could, and I filled my freezer with tomatoes so that I could have them so I could have them with my salads, especially in the middle of the winter. You can have that fresh tomatoes in the middle of the winter. And yeah, so I have no more tomatoes from last year. And this is the ones I'm going to grow this year. These are the sun sugars this year. This year I did sun sugar. I think I have some 100 sweet that I have not planted yet, and I probably need to get planted. But these right here are the sun sugar, and then this right here is a Cherokee purple. I wanted to try some different varieties this year, because I just wanted to expand my horizons. So I wanted to get out of my comfort zone, and I don't do that too often. So there we go. All right, this plant, I don't have anything but below here. Down here is pretty clear. I did not cut off any branches with any fruit on it. So I do have some tomato leaves on the bottom. And I think while I'm over here, I'm going to get this basil because it looked like it's about to, this looked like it needs to be cut again. And I just cut it not too long ago. Well, maybe not. Oh, but it does smell good. If you go like this, the basil, you can smell the basil. Alrighty, and then I have some oregano down here. Over here, let me get the beans out the way. Put the oregano on this side of the beans. Oh, yeah. This garden cleanup ain't no joke. Okay. Alrighty. I think I'm going to turn around, and I think I'm going to do this plant over here, and probably this plant right here, and then I think we're going to be done. So hold on just a second and let me turn around, and I'm going to do these plants over here. Now this one got to come out. I see a squash down there, but I don't think it got a nope. Well, maybe it did. I don't think it got pollinated, so I might take that one out too. Okay, so down here I have, I really don't have too much. Well, I do right here. Put that one down there and take that one off too. No, I do want to take this one off. And I will probably take this one off right here. There we go. Okay. Put that down there. Okay. So this one is pretty much done. Now this one right here, this one's a hot mess down here. I don't know what is down here. I'm going to just start, because I can see this getting a disease and everything else. Let's see. Oh, y'all, I see some tomatoes back in here. That's why I need to come in here and get these leaves and stuff, because I can't see no tomatoes for all the leaves. Uh-oh. It's down there. Okay. Now, all right. So, I am going to, oh, that was a big one. I feel like the jungle. I'm getting jungle vibes down here. I'm sorry, y'all. I hope this thing ain't messing up. I hope the sound is okay. Hello and welcome to my garden. My name is Sayan, and this is my garden. I garden in the beautiful state of Michigan, and this is zone 6A. In the last clip, we did some garden maintenance, some pruning of the tomatoes, and I did the staking of the potatoes. And in today's video, this is just a continuation of last week's video, or the video from, I think it was on Tuesday. I'm just going to go ahead and just do some minor chores. I will probably take care of the dead chamomile. I'm just going to cut it back until it comes back, probably either later in the season or maybe even next year. And then I will take you around the garden and see what is growing. So if you are interested, join me again. Okay, I did do some things yesterday. I took up one of these beds that I had from last year. That was one of my first garden beds from last year. I just took that up and I put it in the big Granger bin for the trash man to come and get. It was starting to crumble and stuff, so I did not want that. So I am going to put something else here. What, I don't know. I have to clean that up first. And then over here we still have some marigolds, and then these are my red onions, and they are actually starting to bulb just a little bit. Not much, but there's a bulb right there, and then there's a bulb back there, a couple bulbs back there. So we will see what we get. Here is one of my sunflowers. This one is going to seed. I am going to make sure that I capture the seeds. Hopefully, if the birds don't get them first, I'm going to get them. And then here's another beautiful sunflower bloom I have. And then over here, I did take out what was in the front of this. I'm not sure that that was actually mint, so I just took that out. And my sweet onions are growing beautifully. This one right here is bulbing up wonderfully. And then that is mint back there. And then that's a pepper. There is my marigolds, and there's some more peppermint back there. And then this is the garden bed with the chamomile in it. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the chamomile. I'm going to just rake the bed a little bit, pull some of the weeds, and then I will show you what I did when I come back. Okay, we are back, and this is what the bed looks like after I got it a little bit cleaned up. There's the chamomile in the corner, and it will come back. See, there's even some little new sprouts coming back already, right? Oops, I gotta put in the camera. It's right there, and some new little sprouts coming back already. So I cut this part back so it will sprout new ones. And that is what the bed is looking like after I cleaned it up a bit. That is my pineapple mint coming back from last year. There's another pineapple mint from last year, and that is my bee balm coming back from last year. And over here in the rest of the garden, here again is my mint bed. That is a lot of mint, and I gotta come in here and harvest a few of those. Here is some of my watermelon. Here is some more of my watermelon. It is reaching out. It's starting to get overcast now. There is rain in the forecast today. And I do have some squash coming. That is my squash that is growing, and I have a little baby squash right. Oh, you probably can't see that, but there's a baby squash back there, and there's some more squash in there too that's coming up. And then my sunflowers, are growing. I harvested a few of them yesterday and gave them to my mom because she enjoys having sunflowers in her house. She loves the flowers in her house. And so I do give them to her sometimes. Here are my peppers, and as you can see in here, oh, there's a pepper right here. There's a few peppers right here. And there's a bee right by me. There's a few peppers right there that need to be harvested. There's some more in there in that little jungle. Let me see if I can move that one around. Yep, I can. And there's some more in there that need to be harvested. And then yesterday, what I did do was I clipped up this, see right there. I put a clip right there on this one because it was all the way over here, over to this pole right here. So I just clipped it up onto this pole right here, which is not big enough. It's gonna have to get me another one of those. And then I did some more clipping of the cucumbers. There's a clip right there, and there's another clip right there, and then the cucumber vine decided to go that way. So we shall see what happens with that. And then I think that's all that happened yesterday. It's just another view of everything is growing. Everything is growing wonderfully. I still have some marigolds hiding in there. And there's the peppers right there. I do have some peppers behind this and in front of the squash. And there is a pepper growing on here somewhere. Oh, there's a pepper right back there. There is a pepper right here. Oh, there it is. There's my pepper right there. That is my pepper. That is my sweet heat pepper. And there are some more peppers growing on that one. Here's another sweet heat. And there's some serranos. And there's some jalapenos right there. Right here is, those are jalapenos. And then these little miniature ones down here, those are sweet heats down here behind this okra. And in front of the other bushes and stuff. So my gill is going to seed. I'm just letting it go to seed right now. And then there's my cilantro, and it's going to seed too. Oh, and there are my petunias. And there's one of them little stupid cabbage moths. Get out of here. And then there's the sunflowers. Here are the big tomatoes. Here are some more of the pole beans, and y'all, they are going all the way up. You can see they're right there. So they're doing good. All right, well, I am sweating profusely, and oh, that's the rest of the yard, but I am sweating profusely. And let's see, can I flip it over? No, of course not. What is the little flippy thingy? But okay. Okay, well, the sun is out full blast. It's hot, and I am on my way to a birthday party. So thank you so much for joining me on this, on my maintenance and cleaning video and in the garden. And I will see you next time. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And God bless you. Good night.